All right, y'all, buckle up because today we are unfortunately having to dive back into the Minnesota trans shooter mess. Except for the fact that I want to go lower resolution, pull out, and we're going to discuss the whole AstroTurf trans mess overall. That is going to go down in history in the same vein of Nazi eugenics or the scientific experiments that Dr. Mengele did on prisoners during World War II. Except, to be fair, this might be more evil because at least the Third Reich didn't do it for money. The shooter, Robert, because we live in reality, writes in his journal, "I'm tired of being trans. I wish I had never brainwashed myself." Brainwashed himself. Please. This poor soul didn't brainwash himself. He was thrown into the spin cycle of a woke washing machine run by big tech, big pharma, and a whole core of trans cheerleaders screaming, "Affirm your gender, chop it off, chop it off, chop it off." It's like a pep rally for irreversible life choices and damage with pom-poms made of surgical gauze, but with extremely unsightly cheerleaders. Guys, as we get started, please make sure to thumb up this video for the algorithm. Just thumb it up. It costs you $0. Do it for a brother. And comment with your thoughts and subscribe if you like the content. Social media, Facebook, YouTube, Reddit, they were out there the entire time playing trans ideology bodyguards, smacking anyone down who dares whisper, I'm not saying for sure, but maybe, just maybe, this isn't the greatest idea. And what did they do it with? Bans, strike, the digital guillotine. Reddit is basically the Vatican for trans dogma. Dare to sneeze the word misguided in the Church of Woke, and you are banned faster than you can say, downvote my entire existence into oblivion. You're banned faster than committing blasphemy against Muhammad in rural Pakistan, which I would never do, by the way. And this kid, Robert, he was a teenager when this took place. You know, those hormonal train wrecks who think wearing skinny jeans is a personality? He's drowning in self-doubt like so many people do during those ages. And instead of a life raft, the trans advocates swoop in like vultures with glitter, love bombing him down the road to perdition. You're valid. You're valid. We see you. Here's a scalpel. Next thing you know, he's mutilated, infertile, and still, shocker, miserable. But don't worry, there's a pot of gold at the end of this rainbow, and it's going straight to the trans medicine companies, raking in billions. I'm not saying China's bankrolling this to kneecap America with 1,000 gender-affirming cuts. But okay, yeah, I'm saying it. This, my friends, is fentanyl 2.0. Destroy the West, one confused teenager at a time. Here's the kicker. Gender dysphoria is in the DSM-5. You know, the big book of crazy? It's not a vibe, it's a diagnosis. And yet we've got people on X trying to equate sitting in judgment of trans folks to judgment of black people. This, my friends, is an argument that stupid people fall for. Oh, yeah, I guess you're right there, eh? Oh, I'll shut up now. I'll show myself out the door. Sorry about that. No, dum-dum. You see, my friends, skin color is immutable, like a woman's love of chocolate. It doesn't make you a walking mental health crisis to be born with more or less melanin. But when your whole identity is built on a DSM-5 entry, I'm gonna side-eye you like I'm dodging an MS-13 gangbanger with face tattoos. Oh, don't you dare judge, screamed the woke. Oh, believe me, I'm judging all right. I'm judging those who are on multiple different pharmaceuticals that are already of questionable sanity, and I'm judging to hell, those profiting off of this lunacy that they are intentionally creating. I'm judging harder than Simon Cowell at a karaoke night for tone-deaf accountants. And I'm especially going to judge those who are using their seats of power to propel this mess forward. Like, for example, Minnesota's Lieutenant Governor, Penny Flanagan. And, I ain't saying that she's on China's direct payroll because maybe the pharma companies are the ones paying her off, or maybe she's just pure evil. But it sure might be one of those, or maybe, in her case, she's triple dipping. But this so-called civil servant is strutting around in a Protect Trans Kids t-shirt that might as well say, comply, comply, or catch a knife in your stomach. Protect trans kids. Yes. How about we protect them from the butchers and the billion-dollar gender clinics that are funded with your taxes? And if that makes you feel a little bit irate, so be it. Because this is the left in 2025. Enforcers in rainbow armor, demanding we call a child murderer by their preferred name. No, it's Robert, his given name, while waving the threat of violence if we don't comply. Come get me, Peggy. Most folks, I'm going to tell you, we just want to grill burgers and play with our families and be left alone. But no, these shadowy demons are out here escorting young children to the chop shops, paid in social justice clout, or maybe straight up cash. And some are just ego-stroked, useful idiots. Others, straight up demons. Look, I'm not here to dunk on the poor souls that got caught up in this mess, who were already struggling mentally and got fed to the wood chipper on the woke conveyor belt. No, I'm pointing the finger at the adults, the enablers, the one cashing the checks while chanting, "You're on the right side of history. Everybody support trans kids and their right to mutilate themselves before the age of 18. History is going to look back at this and ask about each of the trans advocates, each person cheering them on, and put them in one of two groups: stupid or evil. It's that simple. So yes, I'm going to judge. I'll judge the crap out of the lunatics that are running this circus, and I'm not apologizing for it one bit, not one iota. Nope, no way, no how. I'll be the one sitting here waiting for that apology when it finally dawns on a few of these woke midwits that like masking kids during COVID and keeping them home from school that they supported. Well, they've been had again. And hopefully for the sake of the United States of America and that of confused children around the globe, this apology comes much more quickly.